Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to episode 17 of the President's Play Pokemon Yellow. Right now, we stand outside the gate to Victory Road, and it's up to Biden to navigate our way through this final test before we take on the Pokemon League.
I'm definitely a little nervous here. This cave is dark and scary. Also, everyone inside isn't going to be friendly when we run into them.
Is that why you're using all of our rare candies, Biden? We've saved them the entire series, and now you're just blowing them all on your Pokemon. What the hell, man?
I'm sorry if it looks like favoritism, Donald, but I had a feeling we were going to be using a bunch of them on Mewtwo anyway before we went into the Pokemon League. I'm using some of them now, though, since the wild Pokemon in here are all a high level, and I want someone who can be at the top of the party that makes our repels actually work.
That's a really smart idea, Biden. Even though you're nervous, I can tell you're using all of your remaining one brain cell on this run right now. I know the trainers in here can look threatening, but just picture them all as weak junior trainers and you'll be just fine.
Bush, why the fuck would you say?
Junior trainers, you say? Well, all right, then Bush, this should be easier than defeating Giovanni's Nidoking.
Yeah, I might have just realized the error of my ways. Sorry about that, guys.
I mean, as long as it helps him get through Victory Road and doesn't get us demonetized, then I guess it's all right.
Also, who would have thought we would ever relate beating Giovanni's Nidoking with being easy? I still can't believe how badly he threw that battle with us.
I mean, I'm not complaining. Also, since I leveled up Mewtwo as much as I did, I don't really plan on using him in this video unless absolutely required. We need the rest of the team to pick up as many levels as they can before the Pokemon League.
Also, can we talk about we couldn't take 3 steps without an encounter when Starmie wasn't our lead Pokemon? Guys, are we too under-leveled for the Elite Four? Should we spend an episode getting everyone up to at least level 50? We could be 20 levels under-leveled if we go straight into the Elite Four at this point.
What's wrong, Donald? Scared you can't keep the entire team upright like I did last episode? Level is just a number. Being a Pokemon Master is about being a manager when battling. You need to know your matchups. Plan out where the battle will be 5 turns in advance. You know that's what matters most.
It's a little different than last episode, Bush. This is going to be a 5-trainer gauntlet that has the strongest Pokemon we've seen the entire series. If one thing goes wrong, it can throw everything out of sync. Why are you so against being prepared?
What happened to the Trump that said we're all gas, no brakes back in Celadon City? You need to believe in our team now more than ever. It's just like Bush said. You need to be able to manage the team through the good and the bad. It would be a challenge, but I definitely think we could keep the entire team from fainting during our Pokemon League challenge.
Easy for you to say since you get to battle a trainer that uses 2 Onyxes and 3 fighting-type Pokemon, while some of us have a much higher mountain to climb. But screw it, you and Bush are right about how we have to believe in the team. I may have to fight Lance, but I'll send that cape-wearing bitch to the worst defeat of his life. Nobody is fainting in this episode or next episode under my watch.
If you can guarantee that against Lance, then I can guarantee the same against Agatha. How about you, Donald?
I guess I don't have a choice in the matter. I'll have to get a little creative with George being the most important member of the team against Lorelei, but I'll make the office of the champion great again.
George can do some damage. Don't put that disrespect on his name. You and all the people in the comments who said we should have got an Electrode or Magneton will all see.
I would never disrespect our original party member. Don't go all liberal media on me and put words in my mouth. He can definitely do some damage, but that is of course limited when he is unevolved and going against higher level and evolved Pokemon. But I will do everything in my power to prevent him from fainting and start off our challenge with a bang.
Keeping politics out of this, I'm glad we can all be on the same page here. We all stand by our team, and we all believe in our team. The second we get out of here, we're going to heal up the boys and head straight into battle.
All right, now that we're all on the same page, how are you doing, Biden? Haven't heard from you in a minute.
Huh? What? Oh, sorry, George. I was just following your instructions on imagining everybody I encounter in here was a junior trainer. Guess I just got a little lost in thought right there.
Yeah, I should have seen that coming. Sorry about that, guys. I regret my choice of words.
I don't regret your choice of words.
I'm sure you don't, Joe. I'm sure you don't. Just don't forget to get the second item you didn't get a moment ago when you're done with this battle.
No problem, Barack. What do you take me for? Some old guy with dementia or something.
Yes, Joe. Yes, we do. Especially because your dementia is now so bad that you forgot you have dementia. You've actually hit the 8th stage out of the 7 stages.
Well, I think we probably should be documenting Biden's condition for scientists and doctors everywhere. Can we just take a second to mock this trainer for having the 3 starters, but not evolving any of them? Mans could literally have the goated trio, but chooses not to for some reason. Pretty much a rip-off Ash Ketchum.
There's a reason there can only be one champion, George. Some people just aren't cut out for it like this guy over here. I will say, it is pretty cool to see all of these Pokemon in one place when you really don't see them anywhere else in the entire game, even though the puzzles weren't hard at all. And I feel kind of robbed there. The trainers and their variety of Pokemon definitely make up for it.
While you went off on your TLDR speech, there's the final form we have been waiting for. The first Charizard we've seen the entire game.
Guys, can we please go back to the PC and level up our Charmander? Just look how smug and cool he looks. We need an awesome fire type like that on our team.
Earth to Sleepy Joe. Do you not remember we have our elegant and badass drone as the fire type on our team? We don't need a damn Charizard on our team.
Barack, this is the ideal fire Pokemon. You might not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like.
Yeah, and your peak performer is taking a nap at the hands of Blackhawk. Talk down on drone again, and I'll release Starmie when you're taking one of your 6 daily naps.
Okay, that's enough. If you two liberals want to fight, that's fine, but don't you dare touch our team. Now, if you want to fight in person, please allow me to get my camera first so I can have the pay-per-view of the year.
More like the TikTok of the year. That fight would be over faster than a prairie fire with a tailwind.
Today's Bush, Texas reference of the episode has been brought to you by the Saffron City Pokemon Gym. Come on down to our gym and... Oh no, wait. Never mind, Joe Biden blew us up.
Seriously, Barack? I did that for you, man. Also, Bush, did you really have to go full Texas on us just now?
Oh, come on. It wasn't that bad. I even used a Pokemon reference in there. Tailwind, get it? That was Texas Gold.
The only thing from Texas that I would actually want is oil, not your cringe references.
At least my references are better than your takes on who are the best Pokemon trainers.
Maybe I just was losing track of your age since we're around Biden all the time, but you must be developing the early stages of dementia, George. There's no way that old man Brandon would beat the people's champion Leon in a Pokemon battle.
We're the same age, dipshit. But since you really think that Donald, I have the poll results right here. As you can see by an overwhelming margin of 71% to 29%, the community agrees with me that, wait, what the fuck? There ain't no way.
Bro, if you're gonna bring up the results, you gotta know that you won. That's high-key embarrassing.
This has to be the wrong poll. There's no way I lost. I refuse to accept this.
It's not all bad, Bush. Pre-sale for the base takes championship match is now on sale. You can get a great seat to watch me win the whole thing, but getting back to the results, as you were saying, by a glorious and utterly dominating 71% to 29%. The greatest community on YouTube agrees that Leon would send Brandon's pyramid crashing down in a humiliating defeat. GG, easy, no rate.
I can't lie. I really thought you were going to win that one, Bush. The guy literally has a Mr. Rhyme on his team, a clear contender for the worst Pokemon of all time.
I actually agree with Biden right here. Brandon had 3 legendaries, a psychic Pokemon which were straight up broken in the anime, and a Dusclops which had a moveset with mean look and shadow punch that could have messed with any trainer's head. Brandon might have been the only trainer that could have stood up to Tobias and his legendary Pokemon.
Brandon was some uptight by the book loser. Leon had heart and passion that only got defeated by plot armor. The community has spoken, and you guys are clearly outnumbered by a wide margin. Now, Joe, have you been thinking about a question to decide who will be the champion?
Oh, I've been thinking long and hard about this one, Trump. I got one that I'm sure will finally be a close margin.
Phrasing Joe Jesus Christ. Are we coming straight out of an Archer episode?
Third place has a point, Sleepy Joe. Try not to be so zesty with your choice of words.
Can you cut the malarkey and just let me speak? God damn it. Anyway, what I was going to say before I was so rudely interrupted is we finally settled the score between the best rival in the video games, blue or silver.
As a channel, we have been absolutely dog water at trying to split the room, so hopefully this time we can finally do it. The cockiness and arrogance of blue against the darkness and dominating presence of silver. If this poll is another blowout, then I don't know what to tell all of you we're trying, god damn it.
You really want to do this, Biden? We both know you have no chance of winning this, you closet Gen 1er. Silver was everything that Giovanni needed to be. He would never have used a guard spec with a battle on the line. He had that dog in him. Blue was all right, but he couldn't shine Silver's shoes.
Take a seat and listen to some facts, little bro. Silver was some crybaby rich kid who thought he was so much better than everyone else. He put on a persona that he could never live up to. Blue had a swagger about him that you never saw again in the Pokemon games. You were always chasing him, and he let you know that. Blue was not only the OG, but clearly the best rival of all time in a Pokemon game.
Call me little bro again, and I'll pull that chair right from under you and shatter every bone in your body, old man.
Looks like I'm the one who's actually going to have the pay-per-view event of the year on camera. Senior UFC will be a huge hit.
It's the championship debate, Barack. Don't egg them on. The only thing that you and everyone watching this video need to do is head over to our community tab after this video and place your vote for who was the best rival in the Pokemon video games. Are you with Biden that it was blue, or are you with Trump that it was silver? But let your voices be heard, and we will reveal the base takes champion during the Elite Four next week.
That crown is going to look so good upon my head, 3-0 on my way to the top.
I'd tell you to dream on, Biden, but you still have a long way to go in this dungeon. Do you remember what you're doing so we can progress out of here?
It's really not that long to go. There's just one boulder I need to push to the other side of the room on the 3rd floor so I can access the boulder that drops down to the 2nd floor, which opens the exit. I could be out of here in like 5 minutes if I really wanted to, but I need to battle all of these trainers, so our team is better equipped for the Elite Four.
Well, it looks like you got this under control then, partner. Have you started to think about your strategy for Lance as well?
The strategy just has to be protect Mewtwo for as long as possible. I know he has that Gyarados he likes to lead off with, followed by his dragons, so I'm going to hope George can take him down. Having Recover instead of Thunderbolt might be a godsend, seeing I might need to recover a few times mid-battle. How are you feeling about Agatha?
It shouldn't be a problem. I'd like to get Starmie a little more experience for you in that battle. So depending on where we are, I might use Starmie as well. But I would really like to showcase as much of our team as possible. They're just as responsible for getting us here as we are. It's only right they get their time in the spotlight.
Well, nobody asked me what my strategy for Bruno is going to be, but I'm going to start the battle
Obama,
with...
let's be real. You have the easiest battle next episode. You could do a million things and win, so your only strategy should be don't make an ass of yourself.
Donald, it's not his fault his fight is against Bruno. Be nice.
You as well, Joe. Come on, man. Bruno strength trains with his Pokemon and lets the weight of a waterfall crash down upon him. He's a member of the Elite Four for Pete's sake.
Looks like only because 3 people applied for a job as an Elite Four member. The man uses 2 Onyxes. A hit Monchan who is incredibly weak in this game and couldn't beat psychic Pokemon even if they were 30 levels higher. It's not like we gave you this battle, Barack. It just ended up that way.
Does anyone want to switch with me? How about you, Trump? I know you were saying that Lorelei will be tough, seeing that George has to be our ace in that battle. I can take that one on.
No offense, Obama, but you lead all of us in fainted Pokemon throughout this run, and I think the way things ended up actually reflects our talents throughout the series. As much as I hate to admit it, Biden has been our rock from Pallet Town, so it's right that he gets Lance. Lorelei is probably going to be the second hardest fight for us behind Lance, so I think I've earned that. George just joined us, so while not the hardest battle, he can take down Agatha with ease. That just leaves Bruno, and truthfully, Barack, I'm not sure you could get through the other fights without losing someone. It's not an attack, it's just facts.
Offense definitely taken right there, Donald. Do you really think I'm that much of a liability? Biden, Bush, guys, come on, back me up here.
I mean, Donald does have a point there, Barack. Based on performance, we do have the lineup set pretty well. However, you are right, Bruno isn't a guaranteed win. You still will need to dial into that.
From what I've seen in my limited action, Barry, you battle with your heart more than your head. Even in episode 3, you got incredibly lucky fighting that last Jigglypuff and easily could have let George faint again. I saw that you let Drone faint in the Celadon gym fight and let the entire battle come down to Fly, hitting just for some XP until you can control your anger and allow reason to overcome passion. then Bruno is who you should be fighting.
Maybe if I'm this massive liability that can't battle properly, I should just, I don't know, leave. Yeah, that's probably for the best. You guys will do better without me. I'll just see myself out, I suppose.
Did you even listen to a word Bush said, Barack? He just told you exactly what you need to do. This never was the trainer that you were back when you were president. You were a tactician that always examined everything to the decimal point in his head before making a move.
Your gameplay. This entire series has looked like you trying to force the issue to catch up to us instead of just being yourself. I looked up to you as a trainer when I was the vice president. I wouldn't be the trainer I was without you. Maybe it's just because you never been punched in the mouth and had to respond before, but now it's time to see what you're truly made of. We need you now, more than ever.
If you even think about walking out on us, I'll hog-tie you so fast you would think I was a ninjask. There was a time where you two zeroed me in a best of 3, back at the traditional outgoing versus incoming president Pokemon match. It's time for that Barack to come back to us. You're going to play a massive role in the championship battle against Putin. So it's time for you to become the Obama we know and love. Dial in and let's get it. Are you with us?
You guys mean that? You really believe in me?
I wouldn't call myself the proudest vice president in history if I didn't. Now are you ready to be champions or what?
Hell yeah, brothers. You're right. I need to go back to acting like you need to catch up to me and not the other way around. It's time to turn back the clock and bring back the Barack you all know and feared back in the day.
Actions speak louder than words, so let's see what you got, Barack. But welcome back. We all missed you.
Since we're all in a good mood, how about you take a second to shout out our donation from last episode, Barack?
With pleasure, George. And the donation from last episode comes from none other than our good friend King Onyx. We also can't believe we're getting closer and closer to the end of our unforgettable journey through Kanto. And we also couldn't be happier we stuck this out until the end. We've had our ups and downs, but here's to ups from here on out.
And it also looked like he wished you a happy birthday filled with tons of ice cream, Joe. Hopefully you didn't overdose on that chocolate chip.
Oh boy, I do have to admit I had a crazy hangover the next morning from all the cake and milkshakes on the Capitol floor the night before. You told me to stop Obama, but I just kept going. I will say, though, it was so great to have you guys along with a bunch of the senators and Congress people. That was such a great idea to play Smash and Mario Party on the secret movie screen we have in there.
Haha, it's your day, Biden. You were allowed to have all the ice cream you wanted. But bro, you just revealed the secret movie screen. Nobody else was ever supposed to know about that.
Oh shit, that's my bad. I was just too focused on the game. I let that slip.
Oh well, hopefully nobody cares we have that in there. I will say I can't believe Donald's luck on that last turn chance time. Mans went from last to first with that 4-star swap with Chuck Schumer. I thought Chuck was going to rip out the N64 and smash it to pieces.
It wasn't luck at all, George. You just need to know how to time the spinners, and it is an art I have mastered. But, guys, did you read the entire comment that King Onyx left?
I thought we did. Why do you ask?
Bring it back up for a second. See, take a look at that last sentence. He said the boys almost caught on with his last super chat about the Putin simulation. Why the fuck does he keep talking about that we're in a simulation? Now I'm really starting to worry about this.
Yeah, I totally missed that too. I'm not going to lie, first time I thought he was just being silly, but now I'm starting to worry if this guy is all right in the head. Maybe I should loan him some of my pills.
No, you definitely need all the pills you can get, Joe. But yeah, what the heck is this guy's deal? Does he actually think we're in a simulation right now? Or is he just messing with us?
He has to be messing with us. If we were in a simulation, we would be hearing human music and there would be things out of place, like in that episode of Rick and Morty, right?
Yeah, or something like that. Regardless, thank you very much for the $10, King Onyx. Even if you have a few screws loose in the head, we thank you for your consistent generosity. But we aren't in a simulation.
Holy shit, take a breath there, Trump. We don't need you raising your blood pressure too much so you have an episode in the middle of filming. Does Obama have to help you picture your perfect world again?
If anything will raise my blood pressure, it would be that bullshit again. It was all a setup to trigger me last time, so I'll never let Obama try to calm me ever again.
I mean, fair enough. That was absolutely hilarious, though.
No lies detected. But speaking of the past, and since we're coming towards the end of the series, you guys ran into so many people during your adventures. It's almost impossible how that all happened.
Yeah, it is weird how we ran into so many colorful characters along the way. from a cave dweller to an NFL MVP. It was such a crazy experience. Who were all of your favorites throughout the series?
For me, it definitely had to be Dr. Phil. He was a miracle worker and did more than we could ever do to tame your ruthless aggression, Obama.
Bro, you can cut that blatant cop out right now. You're only choosing him because you literally called him to be on the series. Pick someone else.
All right, fine. It was worth a shot. If I really had to pick my favorite person in the series, it would have to be Bernie, back on Cinnabar Island a few episodes ago.
Bernie? Really, dude? You barely even spoke to him? Why would you pick him over anyone else?
Simply for the reason that when we reached him, he had this smug aura that only belongs with me. He actually thought he was all set up for this great revenge arc, and the look on his face when Obama finished off that 3-0 was fucking priceless. I've lost sleep a few nights since I didn't get a picture or video of him at that very moment. I've wanted it to be my screensaver so bad that I've tried to use my free trial AI image generator credits every day trying to replicate it, but it's never the same man.
Once an asshole, always an asshole, I suppose, Donald. But yeah, I will admit I had to stop myself from laughing at him because he really was like, oh, I'm Bernie, look at me. I got cheated and stuff. I'm the real president.
I think you've been spending too much time around Donald here, Biden. Oh, who am I kidding? Donald's right. That shit was hilarious.
I remember when we all had some class. I issue one shake my head emoji to all of you.
Okay then, Mr. Moral High Ground, unless I'm leveling the ground in Yemen. Who is your favorite person we ran into during the series?
Well, Mr. Never Finished Wall. I would have to say George. It was such a delight to meet him at the Sylph building, and our journey has only gotten so much better since he joined us.
And you called my answer a cop-out? Dude, get the hell out of here with that wholesome bullshit.
Even I gotta admit that was hella cringe, Barack. You can't call out Donald's answer, then use that. I'm on the team now. Let's hear a real answer.
Did you seriously just say hella in 2023? Can you not make everyone turn off this video at this mark? Some of us care about our average watch time.
Obama, just pick a real answer before cringe is my cause of death.
Yeah, please do give us a real answer, Obama, because I had brain freeze as my cause of death in the pool. I got $50 riding on this, so don't screw me here.
You played yourself Trump. He would have to have a brain for that to happen.
George, what the hell, man?
Oh shit, you're right, George. God fucking damn it, I fell for the obvious trap. Maybe I'm getting some contact dementia or something from all this extended time with Biden. Because I think I'm actually seeing that a wild Geodude is equal on level to the strongest member of our team.
Yeah, no. You didn't just imagine that. We can't even use repels to get away from a wild Geodude. Maybe you're right, and our team might actually be too underleveled for the Elite Four.
Oh no, you're not going to do this to me after I'd questioned it earlier in the episode. We already did all the convincing in terms of us being ready, so we are absolutely going for it without grinding. Fuck that noise and just tell us your real favorite person already, Obama.
All right, fine, Donald. If I had to pick my favorite, I would definitely have to go with Kamala. Not only did she absolutely vibe with me during the montage of the Celadon gym, but she also stopped me from potentially playing the slots so much that I wouldn't be able to afford drone anymore. Also, she put a kid leash on Biden, which was hilarious.
Why is everyone picking on me right now? I'm just trying to get through Victory Road for fuck's sake.
Okay, guys, we've given Joe enough shit. That was the last bit of friendly fire there, Biden, and you really have done a flawless job of getting us through this final puzzle in the game. How about you tell us your favorite encounter throughout the series?
Oh my God, that's such an easy one. It was obviously the Queen, back in Lavender Town. It's been so long since I've seen her and spent some private time with her back at the palace.
I still can't believe you were shagging the Queen back when you were the Vice President Biden. The best part is that Obama had no idea you were doing it on your trips to England.
I guess you still did have a few brain cells back then, Joe, because I really had no idea that was happening. Seriously, though, good for you, man, that you were able to reconnect with her even after Donald knocked her out.
Holy shit, guys, look, it's a Blastoise. It looks so freaking cool. Let's replace Mewtwo right now. Quick to the PC.
Joe, can you not have a hard-on for every single final evolution of a starter we encounter this episode? Yeah, I know it looks really cool, but wasn't Starmie your Pokemon?
We can just rename the Squirtle we have in the PC Mewtwo and go from there. And, oh man, it's gone. Now I'm sad face.
Now you're sad face, Joe. If you thought Hella was cringe, then you can't be out here slacking and saying sad face. We aren't changing any Pokemon. Finish off this last trainer and let's get the hell out of here.
All right, fine, I'll get right on that. Hey, what about Moltres? Should we capture him before the Elite Four?
Now let's let Moltres continue to call Victory Road its home. We didn't mess with either of the other legendary birds, so let's just respect their privacy and let them continue to be the defenders of Kanto.
Hey, Obama, look. Moltres has oil.
Moltres has what now? Holy shit, boys, this is not a drill. We have been preparing for this. Ready the drones, ready Starmie, ready George. We are executing Operation Victory to not only take out Moltres, but so we can capture him and interrogate him so we can find out where his two other bird bitches are hiding the rest of the oil. The mother lode is almost ours, gentlemen. Let's get that oil. I may have not thought that through, have I?
No, not at all, Barack. George played you like a fucking fiddle right there.
Once a president, always a president, I suppose. When it comes to wanting that precious oil, it's like riding a bike. The urge never goes away.
You aren't wrong there, Joe. That first time you put your hands on a full barrel of oil, it's just, oh man. Wow, I almost lost control right there.
Keep it in your pants for like 5 more minutes, Bush, and then you can go on Only Oil for all of the content you subscribe to.
I don't know if you guys saw, but there's this new Alaskan account, and all I can say is, wow!
Holy shit, are you talking about Anchorage gone crude? That account will be in the top 0.1% in like 2 weeks.
And don't even get me started on that scene in that new movie, Killers of the Flower Moon, when the Osage tribe struck oil. I had to hold myself back from running straight at and jumping right at the screen. It was so fucking beautiful.
Okay, let's stop talking about this right now, everyone. Ooh, I'm starting to get a little sweaty.
Should we save it for our presidents? Discuss oil biweekly sleepover in the bunker underneath the White House.
Biden! Can you fucking go 5 minutes without revealing a national secret? First, the giant movie screen in the Capitol building, and now not only our sleepovers, but the location as well? What the fuck, Biden? Get us out of here so you can take your goddamn nap!
Look, once we could excuse, but you gotta stop leaking everything, Joe. You know what they say about when you have to replace a leaking oil well.
Guys, I'm sorry. It's just been a really long episode, and Donald's right, it's almost time for my nap. I'm losing it here.
Just breathe, Joe, breathe. You did yet another fantastic job in our final episode before the Elite Four. So your time to rest is almost upon us. All you need to do is go to the area that opens once this boulder reaches its destination and we are home free. You got this.
And there it is. Job well done, Robinette. It's time for some fresh air and an opportunity to not just heal up our team, but buy all the healing items we might need during this journey. We can definitely splurge on all the full restores they have in stock with the money we've generated during this series.
I fully intend on doing that, Donald. And this is going to wrap it up for episode 17, everyone. Next time, it's time for us to cement our names into Kanto history as we take on the Elite Four and Putin one final time. We hope to see you all there, and thank you so much for joining us this week.
We all named our favorite person we encountered this series. So why don't you all do the same? Comment who you most enjoyed us interacting with throughout our journey in Kanto, and we'll see you for the battles of our lives next week.
And you better all not forget to vote in the community poll to decide who will become the champion of base takes. Let your voice be heard there as well, and we will feature the results next week. See you then, everyone.
And last but not least, please join the Discord in the description below to interact with all of your fellow community members from not just ours, but all of the presidential AI Pokemon creators. Have a great week, everyone. We'll see you next Thursday.